Hi, this is Lady Lex UK, and this is a Dreams Gadget tutorial. We're working our way through cameras and lighting, and we've got to the camera shaker, which is this gadget here. It's very, very similar, if not identical, to the controller rumbler gadget, and it pretty much does the same thing. Instead of making the controller rumble, it makes the camera shake. So you have shake strength and shake speed. You can move these around to get the effect that you want, and you can press play to preview the setting. This isn't a toggle that you can turn on and off in the game. This is just a preview button so that you can see what the effect is going to be like. So how do you use this? Well, almost exactly the same as you used it with the rumbler. So here I have a block with an impact sensor on. So that block is falling and hitting the ground, but it's not very interesting. It's not creating an interesting effect. So let's put a microchip on our block. Let's put the impact sensor in there. And we're going to add in a sound effect. So search for sound effects. We want impact. An impact. So go into collisions, hard impacts. That'll do. Go with that, shall we? Large wooden furniture. Okay. So once that's bumped the floor, we're going to turn on that sound effect. So let's see what happens now. There we go. Because I wasn't anywhere near it. There we go. So this has got a sound effect that is coming out from here. If you don't want that, if you want the sound effect to sound wherever the player is, go to 3D panning and just turn that off. And now it doesn't matter where your camera is, you'll hear the same volume. Just for this example, I will just leave it as that. Okay, so we've got some sound, but it's not still not that dynamic. So we're going to put in our camera shake. And I'm going to use a timeline because I think the camera shake, if I just do it for the brief pulse of when it hits the ground, it's not going to be long enough. And if I do it so that it's always on the ground, then it's going to constantly play, which is not what we want at all. So I'm just going to go into my timeline and stick a camera shaker in there. We want it to play for about that length. And we want our timeline to play once. So it will play all the way through when it hits. And we'll turn that on. So now we get this. You see the camera moved? And that gives you the sense of the weight of that block hitting the ground, which is great. Just to add extra, let's put the rumbler in there. Where was the rumbler? Where was the rumbler? I can't remember. There it is. There's the rumbler there. So we want it the same length as our fault, and I think I'm gonna turn it up. Oh, we've got new things on the rumbler. Right hand, left hand, secondary, primary, wireless controller. Interesting. Okay, I might have to redo that particular gadget. Okay, go. There we go. So we've now got rumble in the controller plus the camera shake. Obviously you can fiddle about with the timing of it and the strength and everything. But there we go, that's the sort of thing. It's particularly good if you're just going to use it on a pulse, you could try it in things like guns. Guns, when you fire, if you get a rumble and a little bit of camera shake, that can add to the realism of it. But there we are. It's a very simple gadget. I recommend using it in a timeline so you can have it as long or as short as you like. And there you go. That's it. That's the camera shaker.